Actually, I have a question for everyone this table here.
Yeah.
How many people have you done research on what's it called, Nigeria Constitution before? Have you read Nigeria Constitution?
I have a
I
copy
have.
in my room. Yeah.
But majority of Nigerians don't know what's in the Constitution, and that is where the cheating starts from. They start cheating us from what is written in that thing, and until that thing is like maybe I'm not people that are there right now are like 50, 60, 70, 80. I'm not saying they will die soon, but some of them will not see 30 years.
Of course, naturally.
Yes. How do you want them to plan for 30 years? They will only do things that benefit them now.
Right now.
They will borrow money for them to enjoy now, not thinking of Nelson will become president in 30 years, for example. They will not think of what Nelson will face in 30 years, but they will think of what
They are facing
right now. And the Constitution allows them freely to do anything and everything. A sitting senator now collect millions of naira. These people, even if exchange rate goes to 1,000 naira per dollar, it doesn't
vibes on vibes for them.
You have seen further videos. A sitting senator, everybody is talking. He's there. He has gone.
He's tired.
He's gone.
Now.
I'll be like,
easy.
we are representing a community and you are sleeping. So how do you want to voice like the pain of your community in this thing?
Maybe he works best at night.
Like, I believe maybe the next movement, if I might propose, should be change to the Constitution of Nigeria.
I agree.
If that should be the next movement, like there should be change in the Constitution, and until they do it, maybe. Okay.
Coming to the Constitution, I was going to take us there. I actually agree 100. Absolutely, I agree. You know, the problem now is even the Constitution is actually our problem. There are a lot of things we might suggest here on this table or wherever, but the Constitution will not allow.
Block it.
Do you understand? Okay, now we are outside. One of the advantages of being outside the country is you see things from a different perspective. Like you said, you realize you've been cheated. Do you understand? You see things from a different perspective, and it's so annoying. Okay, now let's look at. I didn't want to go there, but I'll just branch, and then I'll leave.
Yeah.
This whole idea of states, I'm sure we are aware, states reporting back to Abuja. Whatever you make, your revenue, you submit. Jonas is like, go home, go and work, go to the farm. When you sell, bring the money. Yeah, then Abuja will now distribute it, to other states, especially to states that are not even earning, that are not delivering. I'm trying to use smaller terms so that, because sometimes when people are being taught about the Constitution, the English is big, you don't even know what is going on. Maybe they should even break it down into languages
I believe
that people should understand.
Every secondary school should teach, like it should be made mandatory that every student, you should know the Constitution of Nigeria.
Is it the schools that they've removed history from?
I'm not saying like
They've removed history from our curriculum.
I promise you, it's just a matter of years. Even someone that maybe that doesn't have the passion for this thing, suddenly things will change.
That's right.
Because your eyes will open. They used to say sometimes when you want to keep something from a black man, hide this in the book.
It's true.
Unfortunately. That everything all boils down to education. Education. We have to educate from the grassroots.
Yeah, exactly. I agree, and it's one of the points
I'll say
on the plan.
Endsars, like what he was talking about, is just like the top of this table right here, where we're keeping. But the legs is a lot of things, like poverty, like what she was talking about. Like when you leave Nigeria, you feel like actually I've been cheated. Like it's more than cheating. I don't know the right word to use. Like it's more than cheating. Like when you see like how blessed your country is. Like now, just I want to leave even Nigeria. Just looking at Africa as a whole. Okay. Yeah, looking at how blessed Africa is. Like you start imagining like actually we're not supposed to be the ones going to fight for visa, you know, like it's supposed to be the other way, because the soil is blessed, like everything we have is blessed. Yes, but just
even our weather,
wrong management here. And what he was talking about actually made sense. Like sometimes we are just we want to leave the grassroots here, like, and just hit the top, like oh, let's bring president here. If we bring the president, like some of us as young people, we're not educated in that level. You understand? Like, education has different facets, yeah. So what we really know most of the times is just like this academic education. You understand? Like go to school, open book, finish, become doctor, but now even when it comes to managing lives, you understand, like now managing resources and all, like it's a big difference. And we laugh at these people like, oh, they are uneducated, you understand? But at the end of the day, they're the ones running Nigeria, because there's something they know that we don't know.
So are you trying to say now that education is not just book education?
No, it's not just book education. Like from what we've been saying here, yes, we need to find out what do these people actually know. We need to understand politics, like how does it run, how does it work, you understand? Because we just carrying like the idea like, oh, Endsars, you understand? Like I used to say something to myself like, passion without direction, yeah, it will lead to destruction, because you're just but we need to understand like how to channel that passion and like put it in the right path. And there's something you talked about, the plan, you understand? There's this bishop in Ghana, I've forgotten his name. I listened to him one time. He was talking about Ghana as a whole. And one thing he talked about was the plan. You get, let's say, okay, let me just digress a little bit. Someone said, when God, the Tower of Babel, it's as if it happened in Africa or in Nigeria, yes, because these like the many languages and all that, like the minds, like we are just too separate, yes, and when it's happening in the north, the southern people are like, you know, reach me,
you should be there,
you understand? Like so, but right now we've seen that. Wait, like when I was growing up, like even there was middle class, people could survive, but now either you're rich or you're poor. You understand? So that's why the anger was so intense. But now we need to understand like how to channel that anger. And someone was saying it's not like, I thought about that thing. I don't know how true is it, but we can think about it. Like sometimes we go about, let's say we want to open new party, you understand? Like this guy want to open, but we know in this Nigeria it's only two parties. Yes, and so as the youth, like what you're talking about, going back to infiltration right now, let's enter PDP.
Yes,
let the youth go into PDP.
Yes,
let people
exactly.
go into it, because that's where the power is.
Yes,
you understand? These are our new parties. They're trying to recognize us. Like what you're saying, we need people who can back us. You understand? Like though we are creating parties, but who is actually behind us? You get? So we need to, let's enter into the
But don't
system.
you think some people are scared of entering the already existing party because they for the fear of being corrupted?
Yes.
If you want to survive in Rome, you have to act like the Romans.
We have to enter.
Yes.
Some
What
people
if-
don't even know the names of these parties? Like I know that in some very rural areas in the north, all they just tell you is that like when you go, vote for the umbrella.
Yeah.
Vote for the broom.
I don't even know the name of it.
You don't even know the name.
Can you imagine?
Wow, that's true.
So your own is fork. They get the this one that they are using is spoon that it's not spoon, no, it's umbrella.
Okay, Nelson, I'll come to you quickly. But if you ask me, I agree with this point, but it's still debatable.
It's very debatable.
Because for me, looking at the current top two parties, right, they come around pretending or claiming to be two separate parties, but I feel somehow low-key that they are the same. Yeah, they are the same, because how can somebody just easily, conveniently move from here to here and from here to here and back and forth? There's somebody that contested for presidency under this party, then he didn't get in, he went to this party, he didn't get in, he went to the other party again, he didn't get in. It's looking like a joke to us. I understand the fact that, like we've established, they have the power and all that, but it's looking like, so don't you think that having a newer or a different party would also help curb the decadence, if I should say, with what people are saying, because maybe that is why it is not even attractive to some people. Like, if I go there, will I now? Come on, some people have their integrity to uphold. If I get into these places, will I now be behaving like this? Let's think about that for a minute. Nelson, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, so many things. Okay, like this thing just said now. I can start from even football. Let me just follow.
Okay, take us there.
Even girls know Barcelona.
Messi and Ronaldo.
If you want to mention Man City, like it's like they won't get it.
Oh, we are sorry. Lolly sister.
In let's say coding now. Something called GitHub. Every coder knows GitHub. It's something called Ambedo, something like that. But this will came from Google. Nobody's really minding them.
Yeah.
Like once you're not known, it's hard to Apple. There's Samsung and there's Apple. If you call any other name, look at you someone. But like
Sajem.
What he just said, like I think he said, like there's book smart and street smart.
Yeah.
We try to forget street smart. Like if you go to buy something, if use grammar, they will sell you a thing that is supposed to be 5 naira for 20,000 naira. Like you need to bring your head down, understand. And also on Snapchat, they teach North Korean kids the law at like primary school. It was weird. I was like, I scrolled out like, fine, let me just go back and see it again. Primary school are teaching them the laws, and it made me now to finally go open Nigeria. Like I've never opened that thing. I said, let me browse. Let me see. I said I do not know anything about
the constitution.
I said let me open and see what, because like primary
when
school,
you open it, were you not feeling dizzy?
It shocked me. I don't know. I don't understand. Even in so that country I saw, they were like naming top 10 powerful countries in the world, something like that. But North Korea was the first. And she said some of them have 100 years plan. And Bola said was good. Like if we don't open the book, like there's no other easy way. There's no magic, there's no assumption. If you don't have structure, the reason why I even think, because I'm not some that's reading politics, because I used to be like, we can never change. That's how my point be. When I saw Endsars, I cried. Like when I heard the show, like for the first time, I got emotions in my country. I got angry because everybody could understand. Like we all understand. Like nobody, like illiteracy, whatever. Like we are also
well on the same page.
You call me, our country is proud. We have oil. We have food. What I didn't like to say how bad my own situation was. I found that late. It's when I came to this country that, correct me wrong, indeed Nigeria is supplying Ghana lights. I don't know.
Oh yes.
When I heard that, Bola posted something one time that touched me. He said, don't have the form of rich without being rich. Don't look smart then you're not smart.
Yeah.
Like there are so many creative. If we could break it down, let me enter like the Bible side. I don't read King James. For me, it's like I read Amplified version.
Team AFP.
So like if there's a way we can break it down for our generation, like this is the way I need to understand things. Some people don't really read much. People really listen to music.
Okay.
They watch a lot of things. There's one guy, I don't know him, but anything he wants to create an awareness on YouTube. I don't know his name. He's like a 5-minute something. He was talking about rape or maybe the way they're killing people in America, blacks and stuff. Like he just makes it so powerful that I look at it, I'm like, okay, it makes me want to go and be invested, know what's up, information. We also find the way to spread the message in our generation. Because like is it I don't know if my mom, somebody, I think mom went from someone, she told that someone's telling her that they fight for them. Unfortunately, it's over. Like don't want to accept that they have failed the country. Okay. It's now our turn. It's either we fail our country and pass the burden, as well as it now. You will not know. They will just do our thing. We cannot come and kill ourselves. Yeah. Then pass the burden to our children. Our children now look too. They can't kill themselves. Pass it, and then it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. So if we can just find a way to pass it out, like again, if I hit the game sector. Right now, people don't really use keyboards to play. We use. If you give me a keyboard to play, I'm looking like I don't really understand
what's this.
Yeah, and there's this. If I enter like the Bible again, like the song they used to sing in church. I wouldn't trade you for silver. I don't understand that thing. One time I sang this, I won't trade you for silver or pounds. I could not sing this song. They give me $50 million now. I
traded.
I have to start to pray. Like it was a funny thing at first. Because I won't trade you for silver. I know, we just sing this song. It's not silver and gold.
Yeah.
Dollar or pound.
Bitcoin.
So like,
BTC.
If you can break it down to where we can understand like why you should stand for your country, why you should be before I don't know why actually, like why should you involve, why should you want change, why should you want a plan, why should everybody see something from a person's perspective, like one view, one lens. Because when I was in Nigeria, I said like anything they know tomorrow, those people they kill. Like when I now came here, I have northern friends. I'm like, they're not they're not bad.
They're not.
I feel like
just a picture.
Where are you from? If you just make sure, you're going to kill me, right? Well, like like there's this crazy mindset. So like if you can break it down, like I said, like plan. If you check it out, like all this work let's say world doing countries, right? They have the plan to the most basic, like you think it's very, but it is so simple, and then we are all making so many mistakes. Lastly, again, gaming this thing, because I'm afraid of games. Like there are some things we want to learn, like combos. They are actually very simple. Just keep practicing. Putin, you just wake up one morning and start pressing on the buttons. It doesn't work. So something like that.
Wow.
Just still on the plan here. Yeah, there's something I wanted to say. I forgot. Like, if we can have a plan, yes, that not just like whether APC or PDP or the new parties, like the top leaders now, like when we talked about leadership here, we have at least, we need people who we can hold accountable, and at least we can say, okay, as Nigerians, these people we know they will stand for us, you understand? So if we can have a plan, let's say a 20-year plan, and irrespective of PDP, APC, you understand, everyone is following that plan. Now, for example, in Delta State, or any state, for example, this party comes in, let's say you come into power as governor, and you do this road. You say, oh, your project is light, this one, that one, and you go. The next person will say, nah, Zina will come and say, what you did was bad, you understand? Let's go with this one, that one. Then you do another one, then he will come and say, this one is bad. Let's do so. There is no continuity, you understand? It's just
there's
this
no direction.
One, down. So I think we need something that at least we know that, okay, yes, let's come together, because we're all one Nigeria, like what we can see to these Endsars, you understand? At the end of the day, we forgot religion, forgot everything, and it was just all about my brother, my sister, you understand? One Nigeria.
Fellow human being.
So let's just have something we know that, yes, whether it's this party or this party, we can continue the plan. You get, like, if, for example, if you're not around, Fame House will continue. You understand? You know, this person knows this is this. Like, for example, the owner of ShopRite, or let's say Atebe now, he doesn't need to be there. The price of Coke is there. When you come, you pick Coke, you go to the casa. You go to the casa, you show them. They know, they just put in the computer. The price will come outside. You understand? Not that, Oga no dey. Okay, now this. No, it's there. It just continues. So that's why I feel we need a plan that we can all continue. So let's have the top people, the youth, let everybody come together and let's see, okay, how do we continue? So as the youth do what we are fighting for, we need to be able to put it into like a plan you talked about. Yes, like something we know that it can be achieved. You understand? So let's start gradually. And from what Bola said, Bola was really what his point was really making sense. You understand? Local government, God forbid. Like, are you insulting me? Like me, local government, what government?
Ordinary PA.
Yes,
I've seen people put their PA in their position when they are leaving because of loyalty, like the way you serve the person.
That place.
Come and
Thank
take
you.
position.
Thank you. That brings me to there are 2 points I've been wanting to bring in, but I didn't want to alter the flow of the conversation. First of all, I wanted to say the role of the religious bodies. I'm going to say that one. I'm a church girl, but I grew up seeing around, of course, not from my parents. I grew up seeing around that when you are church person, you shouldn't have anything to do with politics. You know, that kind of this thing. Do you understand? And I'm a very, very observant person. I just keep quiet and observe how things. When I question things in my head, like, does it even make sense? So Christians are not supposed to do politics, don't go there, that kind of this thing. Let me even give this example. I've shared it, a couple of times at different places. I was home one day, minding my own business in my father's house, and then some of these people I won't mention, then they started talking and all that. Then the question the person asked me was, the person didn't even ask me if I was saved or anything. The person just said, should Christians go into politics? And me, I was like, oh, yes, of course. Why not? Like, yes. The person was like, no, that is not the will of God for Christians to go into politics.
And yet these same people want to change.
Exactly. I'm coming there. That is not the will of God. I was not like, how? Like, you have to explain it to me. I don't understand. The person actually went to the Bible. Hey, I was shook. The person went to the Bible, and the person read from the text where the people were calling Jesus Christ to come and be king.
It shocked you.
The people, they wanted Jesus to be king, and then Jesus left. He did not. So from the person's understanding, that is the reason why. So if our perfect example, refused to be king, then Christians should not be.
That thing is so crazy.
I was like, Jesus.
So crazy because
I was like, Jesus, they are calling your name here. You have to come and I wasn't understanding, and I was actually pissed. I was like, is it that this is how they've been going around telling people things? By the way, Jesus refused to be king because he was already king of kings. How can you make someone who's already king of a smaller Jonathan? There was a mission already. If he were king at that time, he wouldn't have been able to achieve. I'm not like I'm trying to go into the Bible, but could this be one of the problems we are having? I'm not a Muslim, so I cannot speak for the Muslims.
I don't think so. I think when it comes to this religion thing, it's like a.
No, Zina, see. No, we are Christians, but let's be very fair. Let's be very sincere. The reason why I'm asking this question is, could it be that even in the churches, the right messages or the right enlightenment in that regard has not been generously put outside?
Okay, I think for me, this is my perspective, and this is not to say whether this is wrong or this is right. Yeah, I will say when it comes to this religion and politics thing, it's very, very dicey.
Okay,
we've had like, are we really saying that are we really defining this person as a Christian because we see him in church?
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
Because we have governors that are Christians. They do Thanksgiving in church, but they are flopping. Do you understand? And we have Muslims also that are in office that are doing well. We have atheists, traditionalists that are in office that are doing well. We have traditionalists that are in office that are doing like way below the belt. We have Muslims that are flopping up and down. We have Christians.
You have flip flop.
It's kind of dicey. My own question is like, what role should religion actually play? Should it be endorsing of candidates, or should it be that people that believe that they are like truly? Because if you say religion doesn't really define a good person.
Of
This
course.
is what I feel. You can put a very spirit-filled person, and he's still going to steal money for 6 generations.
It's not spirit filled.
It's not actually about let me say stealing money. The person can actually, let me say, have knowledge in some areas but be lacking in other areas.
Good.
But he can still be in general, I don't want to use strong language. I'm being careful here so that YouTube doesn't flag the video, of course, and so that people watching won't get offended. But my perspective is like, I don't know, when it comes to the religious standpoint, I'm a bit shaky because like I've seen people that go to church and
let me cut you. I get your point. That is the reason why I raised this point, because the truth of the matter is, if we are being very, very sincere, you cannot separate Nigerians or Africans at large from religion.
That's very
impossible.
There's no even.
But
Let's not deceive ourselves.
Christians in quote in politics.
Yes, we agree. Or people who recognize exactly, they identify as Christians. That is another thing also. Do you understand? They identify as Christians, because for some people, Christian is just by filling forms.
Yeah.
When you have to fill a form, religion, Christian, Islam, they just have to tick one. So they just look at, is it that here or there? Because we don't, growing up, I believe till now, we don't have the option of order or none, or like they do in some developed countries. Do you understand? Sorry, Nelson, I'm coming to you. So I want to, that is the more reason why I'm saying that, since it is hard to separate an average Nigerian from religion, does that mean that religious bodies, cutting all across all boards, should be involved in this?
They're already involved.
No, when I mean involved, I don't mean the kind of involvement we've been seeing, where some people endorse candidates, or some people when they want to run for office, that is when they now know that they are members of this church or this mosque, and then that kind of thing. What I mean by being involved is back to the point we raised earlier: education. Are we only going to be, like, I can speak for the church because I'm a Christian, are we only going to be learning about this thing? How does the word of God infiltrate or has to do with the society, running the nation, serving? What is are we trying to say now God is not interested in only this? God is only interested in us fasting and praying and going to the mountain, or doing giving alms and all that? Where is the balance? At what point? Because whether you like it or yes, we can't separate, in my opinion, you can't separate an average Nigerian from religion.
All right,
Nelson,
you actually answered the question I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Education.
Okay.
We are, like, sometimes you complicate the Bible. So as Jesus said, give unto Caesar what is Caesar. Give unto God what is God. When it's time to like example, you're reading for an exam. If you like, fast. So if you like,
climb the highest mountain.
Pour oil on your head, you have to read. Is it Paul in the Bible said, "Show me your works."
Okay.
Without your faith. I'll show you my faith with my works. Like, you can't. I think Africa, I'll say we're too emotional, kind of.
Okay.
You call God, call Allah, everybody's heart is touching. And that's the thing. Too religious, but not educated. Like, the Bible has some very simple. The heart of kings in my hands, right? I can manage them to
anyway.
But it also says, what's it called? It's not part about seeking wisdom. Like, you have to, like, the church. I don't know about most like monks or but like music, but the church focuses more on seeing. You should serve God. You should come to church. What about working? If you check it, that's why some Christians, I feel most Christians are like poor.
Okay.
Yes, but then they're always going to church. Now you'll be vexing with God. Everybody what's the problem? But you now see those, a few Christians that are serving God and they are doing what they are paying the dues. Like, you should. You can mix them.
There should be a balance.
But say education, like, teach people, give God what is God, give to the let's say to the economy what is the economy. You cannot, again, street man. You can't come and they say you should give speech. You say love your neighbors. I've finished that thing to start. Like, you have find a way to say, like, it's so important. Like, I feel like Africa is always too emotional with
religion.
We fight any small thing and go and sweat. What are you doing?
My pastor, my this
all those
one.
weird things. But that's why the white people will keep on winning.
And values.
Values,
exactly.
I feel like when it comes to education, like, you can never be overemphasized.
can't.
I like that emphasis you place on education, but I also want to say that education, like the average Nigerian needs to be educated to just be educated to be good people. I don't know how to, regardless of your religion, you need to
morals, values.
Understand, like, most of these developed countries, they don't really hold religion to high esteem, but there are certain values, like In some countries, if you leave your wallet here, if you go and come back the next day, you
find
back
it.
with your wallet.
True. Let me cut you. I actually saw a video on YouTube. It was in, hey, my memory should help me. It was in a Muslim country. Let me put it that way. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Somali or Somalia. I watched the guy. He said when it's time to pray Friday, Jumat, they do this, their obmin, what do they call them? Bureau de change, exchange guys. They do it on the street. Like on the street. They put the money on the street like their wares. Then when it's time to go and pray, they leave the money there. Go and pray. And then they come back and they meet the money there. I'm not even joking. The money was there. Do you understand? That is a country that has placed emphasis on values. You won't steal it because the guy on a normal day, he won't leave his money carelessly. He went to pray. Do you understand? He went to pray, and after prayer he's coming back to his work. So you leave your money there, just you don't need too much security, FBI and all that, and then you go and then you come back. And that is
any sane society should be, to be honest. Any sane society.
Any sane.
To be honest, and it makes even investors feel safe. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It makes investors feel safe. Like, Nigeria has a lot of potentials that could be harnessed by the whole world. But to be honest, like, we only see companies constantly living year in, year out. Do you understand?
After they've sucked us dry.
It's not the government. It's the mindset of its citizens. Do you understand? I think we just need to educate people to have just good core values, like from when they are kids. And we have to show them too, because we keep saying, okay, these people are like this, these people are like that. To be honest, if you take an average Nigerian on the streets and you make him president for a day, he'll probably do worse than the incumbent.
I agree.
We have this mentality of when it's my turn, let me pack and go.
National cake.
And when it's the turn of our great grandchildren, there'll be nothing to pack. They start killing themselves. So I think for me, like, more than anything, more than religion, more than anything, teach people to just be genuinely good and sincere citizens. Like, you just need to flush out a lot of bad systems that have been passed down.
To add to what she said.
I'll come to you next.
Okay. When they were talking, actually, when I think it's very was talking, there's something in my mind. Actually, there's politics everywhere.
Of course.
On this table now, there can be politics. And you will not know. Okay, she is the moderator, she is the one leading here. But there's a way that she can do some things that you can favor this other side more than this. There is politics in family.
Oh yes.
The father will somehow like or favor one child more than the other. Like there's a way things has been that if you are not careful, like politics, even in church, the way, okay, let me use for example, what can I use? Okay, let me use females for example now. At least it's me. Females in the team now. It's not only one person that is in the team.
Okay.
And the person that is leading, if the person is not doing well, politics will come into place.
Okay.
One day, somehow, the person in front will be pushed there one day if he's not doing so well. And if, let me say, the people, in the team now, like they are not doing what they are not doing what they are meant to do to actually make sure the person leading is responsible.
Okay.
Like I'm taking the right action. These same people is what they will do in the large and on a larger scale also.
Okay.
So if you take it from different aspects, even in business, companies in Nigeria, there is politics. And this same thing, this attitude people have in those little stuff is what they would like. Okay, now I'm in a company. My boss now, I notice my boss now, anytime you want to add 20, he will give me 20,000 naira or 200,000 naira. I will be happy that at least I'm getting small. That same mindset, that same thing is what person will take to maybe the position.
Okay.
But if, let me say, from we should not take it like, okay, I understand that, okay, we can break it down into church, different part and like church companies and this thing. But if we look at it from, let me say, we ourselves, let's say for example now, you decide today, like you decide that anywhere you find yourself, nothing will make you, let me say, compromise the integrity and everything that you have.
Okay.
And you develop yourself to the extent that you know any position they put you into, any place you find yourself, you make sure you, one, create impact, two, leave the place better than you met it, and possibly find a visionary person or someone that is better than you that you can hand over to.
Okay.
If everybody can see from, let's say, church to business to this thing, one day it will someone enter the politics, the bigger picture we are talking about. So I think individual too, like sometimes very easy for us to look at Buhari and finish him. Like on Twitter they will change his head to something else, like different things. But actually in a way it's not fair on some of us.
Because it's one person at the end of the day.
Yeah. Because if see that now, I'm not perfect. There are some things, there are some responsibilities you give me today, I might not be able to do very well. But what am I doing to make sure that if that responsibility will come tomorrow, I'm able to handle it?
Okay.
Because if everybody's being truthful with themselves, you know, okay, you are good at game. Maybe there's a particular game now, you know that, okay, this game is looking at you, you are looking at it, but you are not, like, you desire to learn it is not yet there. If one day, let me say, there's money or something attached to that game, you can't learn it in one day.
Very true.
You can actually go there and do it and play it, but you will not really make the impact like how other people have been playing the game for like 2 or 3 years.
True.
Actually are going to do on that particular. So if we all of us sit down and actually think within ourselves and say, okay, so for example now, Frank is here now. He said, okay, Frank, let's say for example, opportunity just come tomorrow for you to do something at the Ministry of Health in Nigeria. Do you think you can handle it? Okay, if you think you cannot handle it now, what are the things you will do between now and the next 5 years that will put you in a better place to do something? True. When everybody relax, until that opportunity come, you grab it and you get there, things will just get messy and things will just... Because if everybody can actually develop themselves, because I've seen people like online, like I follow this man, Pastor Sam Adeyemi.
Okay.
He does all this leadership, this thing. And when I read the testimonial and what people actually say, like how his leadership school, like over the years, has changed their life, I'll be like, okay, so if everybody can actually take intentional steps, not like even leadership, even like it can even be academic course.
Okay.
It can be something just to learn. It can be a skill.
Okay.
That can put you in a better place or a better position. That opportunity will come for every one of us in life, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
Because we grow every day. Opportunity call. One day, you can find yourself leading a multi-billion company now. How do you want to handle it that those money will not enter your eyes? You want to take some for yourself. It's easier to say, okay, I will not do it. But when you are there, what do you do? When you know that you have the accountant and the everybody under, you can say yes, nobody can say no. You can say no, nobody can say yes. What do you do? It is what you have become over the years that will actually make the change.
True.
Makes sense.
True.
Because there's something I do tell myself. I know I'm still going, but as much as possible, if I decide to do something, I will make sure that I do enough research or assignments on my own to make sure that thing I'm doing, I don't mess it up. And I make sure that at least when people like look back and be like, okay, yes, at least he did his best.
Yeah.
And in my own part, I'll be satisfied and happy that I might not be the best at it, but you will surely know that yes, like I will do everything possible. Like if it's to stay awake all night and just be doing that thing until I know that yes, at least to some level I can give something out. And I believe gradually, if every Nigerian can take their own personal life, which includes what's it called, like religion,
Yes.
like personal life serious, and say, as long as what's it called, my life is concerned, no, my life is in my hand, I'm going to make progress intentionally, academically, spiritually, financially,
emotionally.
We are talking about so many things now. If opportunity come for you to be the what's it called, finance minister of finance in Nigeria, how will you handle it? That's like, if we put ourselves in, let me say, under the, let me say, or maybe on the red what's it called, hot seat. Like, okay, like if tomorrow now, okay, Dr. BC, they take your name to Senate, and they say you are the best candidate in terms of maybe some things, but you yourself, within yourself, you know that money, I'm not so really good with money. But now is an opportunity for you to grow in that area, even when that opportunity has not come yet.
That's right.
So if we actually take that thing into consideration, believe me, even with like religion, Christianity, or all that, will actually not be a problem. Because if you are actually a Christian, you are not meant to do anything God is against.
That's right. So
you cannot say you are a Christian, that you have developed yourself, you've grown. You are not embezzling money. You are not. I don't think you are a Christian.
It's your choice. You just want to embezzle.
I don't think the person is a Christian. That means there's something missing. Is that maybe you skip some step, or some things have, what's it called, that some step have been like this thing along the line. So personal development, actually, I think, is one of the things also. And believe me, a lot of people run away from it because it's not easy. Sincerely.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it's not really easy, because
I agree.
Sometimes when you look at it, like, apart from maybe money that you used to register for some courses, what the knowledge you actually consume to make yourself a better person is not something like this thing.
I agree with you, Dr. Bolan. I wrote here individual responsibility. We're going to get there eventually. I feel like a lot of us have left the responsibility of the country to the hands of the government, forgetting that in the real sense, you and I are the government, right? Each and every one of us, we are the government. There are some things that when you get to some countries, okay, we're all in Ukraine, let's use Ukraine for example. When you get to Ukraine, you see an average Ukrainian do some things, you will know that, okay, this is something that cuts across amongst Ukrainians. Do you understand? Is there that thing that cuts across Nigerians? Let's think about it. It boils down to the same values we talk about. Positive, no, let's leave the negative. Positive now. Do you understand? It boils down to what we're saying before. Values, morals, growing up. Forgetting, I think when we're going around like is Muslim, is no, I don't know. I went to a Catholic school, and in my Catholic school there were Muslims in the Catholic school. You understand? I went to a military school at some point in my life, and people from all and sundry were there. Do you understand? I've always found myself in the midst of, people outside my immediate circle, and it's usually fun. But I agree, individual responsibility, because first of all, you are a Nigerian, you're a human being, you're a Nigerian, before you start identifying yourself with God knows what. So if we all take that responsibility, that okay, and that was what we saw at the Endsars. Everybody took responsibility. Some people, their own was online protests. They took it seriously. I was one of them. Some people were in charge of finance, because people were willing to donate. Some people, that was their own ministry too, donating money to the cause. Then there was another set of people that were responsible for putting the money together, dispersing the funds, making it go in different. Some people, their own was in terms of encouragement. You people keep going, we are here. Some people were in terms of logistics, some people were even in charge of legal services. Some people were in charge of medical service and all that. So it cuts across, and everybody took responsibility. So this is one of the things we can take from the Endsars. Nigeria will be better if we all take responsibility as Nigerians that we are. Put aside all our differences, or whatever you stand for. Nigeria should be the common goal. Whether you're a Christian and the other person is a Muslim, there is something that we have in common, and that is Nigeria. Whether you are from the north or you are from the east, Nigeria is what we have in common. Whether you are male or you're female, Nigeria is what we have in common. Whether you are middle class, whatever class you are, Nigeria is what you have in common. So in summary, guys, what I think is the core foundation of all we have said today. We can go on and on, but of course time is not our friend. But the core is education, individual responsibility, and mindset. And for me, that was what I came here with. The mindset. If the mindset of the average Nigerian can be changed, it will go a long way. And for the mindset of the average Nigerian to be changed, it boils down to education, enlightenment. If that can come in, then all what we are saying now is we'll now start looking at how to go about it. And then the point we also raised there, the plan. We should think long term. I think when that point kept on flying around, I think I was just thinking that the youth of Africa, let me spread it across these days. We don't like undergoing process. We want things done overnight. Instant gratification. Like, come on. Zara's, you just want everything done, and it is not. I understand, like people say, microwave generation and all that. But then you can't pound yam inside microwave now. Come on. No, the truth of the matter is, if you want to chop pounded yam, you have to pound the yam. Do you understand? You cannot chop pounded yam from microwave. Nah. Do you understand? Right now there's nothing you cannot do in the microwave. But the truth of the matter is, what has to be done has to be done well. And we should cut out of the short-term mentality. It's good in a short period, but it will not last. Do you understand? If I say all of us, let's start complaining about Nigeria, we won't live here. There is 1,000,001 things to say. Do you understand? But when it comes to let's do the work. Everybody will start going one by one, and then we'll be left with nobody doing the work. But this was what we saw at the Endsars thing. Let's think long term. We saw that even Endsars, as beautiful as it was so nice. Everybody, the impact went far and wide and another. It was still short term because the foundation was not strong enough. So now let's start looking at how we can work on the foundation and think long term. Dubai, places like Dubai, China, like has been mentioned, they have long term goals. You see them, they're talking about 2050, 20, like that. And we are looking at 2023. It's like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I think that is the much we can look at. But even if you don't remember anything from this video, first of all, your mindset, individual responsibility, the plan, long term. Let us think long term. Let us all be involved. You can only run away for how long? You understand? Let us all be involved. Grow yourself so that when the opportunity arises, you can do something. Do you understand? Let's grow ourselves. Let us, and if you're watching this, if you're a Nigerian, give yourself an assignment. Go and pick up the Constitution. Pick up the Constitution. You can download it online. If you want hard copy, order it from wherever. Get a copy of the Constitution.
You can leave the link.
I'll put the link in the description. Get a copy of the Constitution. Download it. Look through it from time to time, and maybe you will even see how you've been cheated, or how you've been stolen from, or wherever, and then you can become better, because you cannot give what you don't have. Do you understand? You cannot give what you don't have. So please, in honor of our brothers and sisters who lost their lives during the Endsars protest last year, we still identify with you, and we are not giving up now. Nigeria will be great again, but it all boils down to all what we've said today. You and I have a role to play. I believe in Nigeria. I believe in the Nigerian dream. I believe in Africa. I believe in the African dream. And I know that someday, if we all don't relent, the story will be different. Thank you guys so much. I really had fun. Oh my God. These are medical doctors discussing the state of the nation like this. Come on. Nigeria has hope. look at the people sitting on this table. Nigeria has hope. And I know for sure that every person present here will have a role, to influence Nigeria positively. For those of you that cannot see, there are a lot of people behind the camera, but it's okay. We won't show them for now. But we appreciate you guys too. Thanks for your presence. We love you. Thank you for the smiles. Thank you for the smiles. It was helping.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you guys for sticking around to this point. If you're still here at this time of the video, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Fame House for making this possible. Also, all the staff and everybody at Fame House. We love you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Dr. Nelson. Thank you so much, Dr. Zinai. Thank you so much, Dr. Frank. Thank you so much, Dr. Bolan. And thank you so much, Dr. Blessing. All right, till I come your way in my next video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment. Drop your comment in the comment section below, and I'll be there to interact with every one of you. All right, then. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Adios.